Hey everyone, it's Jen from You So Much, and I'm wondering if you have ever sat down to write a blog post. You were all motivated, you were gonna get everything together, and you completely ran out of ideas. Well, don't worry, boo, I got you. Let's talk about how to come up with ideas for your blog posts, even your newsletters, maybe even videos. Quick, stat, just like that. So the real reason why we've got writer's block is because we really want to write something that our customers care about. We want to write something that's gonna really intrigue them, that's gonna pull them in, that's gonna give them all this great new insight, and then they're not gonna read the first couple sentences and go, I'm out of here because this is not what I want, right? We want to write something that they just can't wait to click on, they can't wait to read through it and get all kinds of ideas and inspiration, and they wanna work with us because they're so excited, right? So the key really is to come up with a topic that they care about. So I'm gonna help you brainstorm all kinds of ideas right now. Let's go. So the first thing to brainstorm on is to think about how you can reveal more about yourself or your brand. So can you tell a behind the scenes story? Can you interview a customer or even an employee? Can you tell them something about the history of your name, or maybe something that they just didn't know about you personally that got you inspired to start the business in the first place? What can you reveal about yourself or your brand that's gonna really excite your customer and make them feel like they know, like, and trust you even more? Okay, next topic to brainstorm on is to brainstorm on case studies. So your customer, your hero, they want to know how others are doing it right? They can't wait to learn what others have done that they haven't figured out yet. So do a case study on a customer who's had some success, or even do one on yourself where you didn't have success, right? Talk about what you've done right, what you've done wrong. You could even go deep with a vendor even, or a partner of yours. Show them ideas of what they could try for their own business. You could even do a quick review of a product of yours, like a full-on product demonstration, and show how it is and why it is that you came up with it the way that you did and why it had so much success, right? And you can even go deep on why it didn't, right? So make sure you're going in deep. Go deep, people. The next thing to brainstorm on is trends. Your customer wants to know what's going on in your industry. Tell them about it. Tell them about how it's affecting their business. Even dare them to try something, or predict the future for them. Tell them what's going to happen that they might not expect. So think about trends not even just in your industry, but in other industries that might affect what's going on with them. And then the last thing to brainstorm on is problems, right? Your customers have problems that they're experiencing, and you can probably have a good idea of what some of those problems are. So warn them about what the problems are that they might even not know about yet, that they're going to experience or that they might experience. Or maybe even talk about what problems you're having or the problems you're having with your industry in general. What is it that's really bugging you about what's going on right now that you can give them a little insight on, or a little intel that they didn't know before. Okay, I gave you 4 different topics to brainstorm on. Now sit down and write down 10 different blog post ideas for each one of those topics, and you've got 40 blog post ideas right now. Now look through those, and which ones look like the most fun to write? Which one's the most easiest for you? They sound exciting, they sound interesting to you. You would want to read it if you came across it. Pick those and do those first. Then keep a file somewhere in your computer or on Google Docs somewhere that has all these ideas so you can go back and look at them. And you know what? You might not use the exact same idea, but it'll inspire you to come up with other ideas that are similar or close to that later down the line. Okay, I've got 2 bonus tips for you. The first one is you gotta write an awesome headline. The headline is what's going to capture their attention and get them to keep reading, so it's gotta really be interesting. And let me tell you, sometimes coming up with a really great headline will really help guide what it is you're writing about, specifically as it relates to that topic that you brainstormed. So really find a really exciting headline that really speaks out to you, something that would make you want to keep reading. The second tip I've got is that you gotta have a call to action. Listen, if you're gonna write a blog post, you can't just leave them hanging. Make that blog post work for you, for your business. What I mean by call to action is tell them what to do next, right? You don't necessarily have to be selling something, but you can invite them to give you a call for an appointment, or you can ask them to comment on something specifically, ask them a question, or you can invite them to download your freebie on your website, right? Make sure there's a call to action that's related to the blog post somehow. And if it's helpful, one of the things that really helps me is that I'll come up with a headline, then I'll come up with a call to action, and then everything in between basically leads them from the headline to the call to action, and it makes it so much easier to write. So there you go. That's how you come up with some awesome blog posts that your customers are going to be so excited to read, and they're going to write you and they're going to thank you for writing that blog post. And then you can thank me for this awesome video today. And if you want to learn more about how to write stories that your customers care about, I invite you to join my free Facebook group. It's called the Story Juice Club. It's super fun. I invite people to share the awesome stories that they're writing, whether it's a blog post, newsletter, Facebook ad, whatever you're working on, a video. I invite you to share, get feedback from the group, and it's a great place for us to support each other as we are writing juicy stories that our customers care about. Thanks so much, you guys, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to write down your fantasies, because words make it real.